How one woman changed her life by learning English. Hello, my dear friend. Welcome back to English Daily Progress. I'm so happy you're here today because I have something incredibly special to share with you. Take a deep breath, relax, get comfortable, because the story you're about to hear might just change your life. Now, let me ask you something honest. Have you ever felt frustrated with learning English? Have you ever studied grammar rules for months but still couldn't speak when you had the chance? Have you ever felt like English was an impossible mountain you could never climb? If you're nodding your head right now, I want you to know something important. You are not alone. Millions of people feel exactly the same way. And here's the even better news. You can overcome this. You can become fluent. You can achieve your English dreams. How do I know? Because today I'm going to introduce you to Maria. And Maria's story will prove to you that English fluency is not about being smart, talented, or lucky. It's about finding the right method, staying consistent, and never giving up on your dreams. Maria was 27 years old when she made a decision that changed everything. She was stuck in a small town, working a job she didn't love, feeling trapped in a life that felt too small for her dreams. She wanted to see the world. She wanted adventure. She wanted freedom. But there was one big problem. She couldn't speak English. This is the story of how Maria went from being too scared to say hello to becoming fluent in English and building a completely new life in a different country. It's a story of struggle, failure, discovery, and ultimate success. And most importantly, it's a story that shows you exactly what's possible when you commit to learning English the right way. So grab a notebook if you want to write down the strategies Maria used, open your heart to possibility, and let's begin this incredible journey together. Are you ready? Let's meet Maria. Chapter 1. The Girl Who Couldn't Speak. Maria lived in a small town in southern Spain. She had a simple life. She worked at a local shop, lived with her parents, and followed the same routine every single day. Wake up, work, come home, watch TV, sleep, repeat. But inside, Maria felt different. She felt like she was meant for something bigger. She watched travel videos on YouTube. She saw people living in different countries, experiencing different cultures, having adventures. And she wanted that life so badly it hurt. Why can't I have that life? She would ask herself. And the answer was always the same. Because you don't speak English. Maria had studied English in school for 10 years. 10 years. She knew grammar rules, she could write simple sentences, she could read basic text, but when it came to speaking, nothing. Her mind went blank, her throat closed up, fear took over. She remembered one painful moment clearly. A group of English tourists came into our shop. One of them asked her a simple question in English. "Excuse me, where is the beach?" Maria understood the question perfectly. She knew the answer. The beach was just 2 blocks away. But when she opened her mouth to answer, no words came out. She froze. Her face turned red. She felt stupid and ashamed. Finally, she just pointed and said, "There, there." The tourists looked confused and walked away. That night, Maria cried. "I studied English for 10 years. Why can't I speak? What's wrong with me?" This is our first important lesson. Understanding English and speaking English are 2 completely different skills. School teaches you to understand, but speaking requires practice, confidence, and the right method. If you can't speak yet, it doesn't mean you're bad at English. It means you haven't practiced the right way. Chapter 2. The Breaking Point. 6 months later, something happened that changed everything. Maria's company announced an opportunity. They were opening a new store in London, England. They needed someone to move there and manage the new location. The salary was double. The apartment was provided. It was a dream opportunity. Maria wanted it more than anything she had ever wanted in her life. This was her chance. This was the door to the bigger life she dreamed about. But there was one requirement. The candidate must speak English fluently. Maria applied anyway. She prepared for days. She wrote down everything she wanted to say. She practiced in front of the mirror. She was so nervous she could barely sleep. The interview was conducted in English over video call. The interviewer was kind and patient, but Maria struggled with every single question. She understood what they asked, but she couldn't respond smoothly. She kept saying, searching for words. She mixed up her tenses. She couldn't express her ideas clearly. After the interview, she knew she had failed. 3 days later, the rejection email arrived. "Thank you for your interest, Maria. Unfortunately, we need someone with stronger English communication skills." Maria didn't just feel disappointed. She felt devastated. She felt like life was passing her by, all because of English. That night, she made a decision. A real, serious, life-changing decision. "I'm going to learn English," she said out loud. "I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how hard it is. I will become fluent. And 1 year from now, I will move to an English-speaking country. This is not a wish. This is a promise to myself." She wrote this promise on a piece of paper and stuck it on her mirror. Every morning, she would see it and remember. This is our second lesson. Real change begins with a decision. Not a wish, not a hope, a decision, a commitment, a promise to yourself that you will not break no matter what happens. Chapter 3. The Wrong Way and Why It Doesn't Work. Maria started studying immediately. She bought grammar books, she downloaded apps, she enrolled in an online course. She studied 2 hours every single day. She learned about present perfect and past continuous. She memorized irregular verbs. She did hundreds of fill-in-the-blank exercises. She studied so hard. After 3 months of intense study, she tried to speak English again. She joined a language exchange app and matched with an English speaker. The conversation was a disaster. She couldn't remember the words she needed. The grammar rules she studied disappeared from her mind. She kept translating from Spanish to English in her head, which made her slow and unnatural. After 10 minutes, she felt exhausted and frustrated. "I've been studying for 3 months," she thought. "Why am I still so bad at speaking?" Maria felt like giving up. Maybe she just wasn't talented at languages. Maybe some people could learn languages and others couldn't. Maybe she was one of the people who couldn't. But then she remembered her promise, the promise on her mirror. She had said she wouldn't give up no matter what. So instead of quitting, Maria asked herself a different question. What am I doing wrong? She started researching. She watched YouTube videos about language learning. She read articles from polyglots, people who speak many languages. She studied how people actually become fluent. And then she discovered something that changed everything. She learned that the way schools teach languages is completely backwards. Schools teach you about the language, but they don't teach you to use the language. It's like learning about swimming by reading books about swimming, studying the theory of swimming, and memorizing swimming rules, but never actually getting in the water. Maria realized she had been learning about English, but she hadn't been using English. This is our third lesson. You cannot learn to speak a language by only studying grammar and vocabulary. You must actually practice speaking, listening, and using the language in real situations. Knowledge about English doesn't equal ability to speak English.
Chapter 4. The New Method. Maria created a completely new study plan. She called it her Immersion without traveling plan. The idea was simple. If she couldn't go to an English-speaking country, she would bring English into her life. She would surround herself with English every single day, all day. Here's what she did. Morning routine, 30 minutes. She changed her phone and computer to English. She listened to an English podcast while getting ready. She spoke to herself in English while making breakfast, describing everything. I am making coffee, the water is hot, I am pouring the milk. Commute time, 40 minutes. She listened to audiobooks in English. She started with simple stories for language learners. She repeated sentences out loud when she was alone. She didn't just listen passively, she actively tried to copy the pronunciation and rhythm. Work breaks, 15 minutes, 3 times a day. She watched short YouTube videos in English. She read English news articles about topics she found interesting. She wrote 3 sentences in English about her day. Evening study, 1 hour. She watched English TV shows with English subtitles, not Spanish subtitles. She practiced speaking by recording herself talking about her day. She did language exchange calls 3 times per week. Before bed, 15 minutes. She read simple English books. She reviewed 10 new vocabulary words using Spaced Repetition app. She wrote in her English journal. Maria didn't study grammar anymore. She learned grammar naturally by seeing and hearing it used in context over and over again. She didn't memorize vocabulary lists anymore. She learned new words by encountering them in stories, conversations, and real situations. The first week was hard. Her brain felt tired. Understanding everything in English required so much energy. But something amazing happened in week 2. English started feeling more natural. In week 3, she could understand more without translating. In week 4, English words started coming to her mind automatically without thinking. This is our 4th lesson. Immersion works. The more you surround yourself with English, the faster you learn. Your brain is designed to adapt to language environments. Create that environment, and your brain will do the rest.
Chapter 5. The Speaking Breakthrough. After 2 months of her new method, Maria had improved significantly. She could understand most things she watched and read, but she still felt nervous about speaking. So she did something brave. She found a conversation teacher online, not for formal lessons, but just for conversation practice. She booked 3 30-minute sessions per week. The first session was terrible. Maria was so nervous she could barely speak. She made many mistakes. She kept apologizing. Sorry, my English is bad. Sorry, I don't know the word. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Her teacher, Sarah, stopped her and said something important. Maria, stop apologizing. Making mistakes is how you learn. Every mistake is progress. I don't care if your English is perfect. I care that you're trying. Now, stop apologizing and just speak. I will understand you. This changed Maria's mindset completely. She stopped trying to be perfect. She stopped caring if she made mistakes. She just focused on communicating, on getting her message across, even if the grammar wasn't perfect, even if she didn't know every word. And something magical happened. When she stopped being afraid of mistakes, she started speaking more. When she spoke more, she improved faster. When she improved, she became more confident. When she became more confident, she spoke even more. It was a beautiful cycle of improvement. Maria also used a powerful technique. She recorded herself speaking English every single day, just 2-3 minutes, talking about her day, her thoughts, her dreams, a movie she watched, anything. At first, listening to her recordings was painful. She heard all her mistakes. Her pronunciation was off. She paused too much. She used the same simple words over and over. But she kept doing it every day. And after 2 months, she listened to her old recordings and couldn't believe the difference. She sounded so much better. She spoke faster, smoother, with better vocabulary and pronunciation. This is our 5th lesson. Speaking practice is the most important practice. You must actually speak, even if you make mistakes, even if you feel embarrassed. Find conversation partners, talk to yourself, record yourself, but speak every single day. That's how you become fluent.
Chapter 6: The Setback. After 4 months of intense study, Maria felt great about her progress. She was understanding almost everything. She was speaking much more confidently. She could have conversations in English. Then, she decided to test herself. She joined an online English conversation group, a group where native English speakers and learners talked together about different topics. The first session completely destroyed her confidence. The native speakers talked so fast. They used idioms and expressions Maria had never heard. They made jokes she didn't understand. They switched topics quickly. Maria felt completely lost. She tried to speak, but she felt slow compared to them. She felt stupid. She felt like a child trying to talk with adults. After the session, she felt terrible. "I thought I was getting good," she said to herself, "but I'm still so far from fluent. Maybe I'll never get there." For 3 days, Maria didn't study. She felt discouraged and defeated. But then she talked to her conversation teacher, Sarah, about it. Sarah said something that changed Maria's perspective. "Maria, what you experienced is called level shock. You've been practicing in your comfort zone, and you got comfortable there. But when you stepped into a more challenging environment, you felt lost. This doesn't mean you're not improving. It means you're ready for the next level of challenge. This is actually a good sign. It means you're pushing yourself. Every fluent speaker has felt exactly what you felt. The question is, will you let this stop you, or will you use it to push yourself harder?" Maria realized she wasn't failing, she was growing. She went back to the conversation group. Yes, she felt lost sometimes. Yes, she struggled, but she kept showing up. Week after week, and slowly, what felt impossible became difficult. What felt difficult became manageable. What felt manageable became comfortable. This is our 6th lesson. Setbacks are part of the journey. You will have moments where you feel like you're not improving, or like you're actually getting worse. This is normal. This is called the plateau effect. Everyone experiences it. Don't quit during the plateau. Keep going. The breakthrough is coming. Chapter 7: The Mindset Shift. Around month 6, something interesting happened in Maria's brain. She stopped thinking in Spanish and translating to English. She started thinking directly in English. It happened gradually. First, simple thoughts. I'm hungry. It's cold. I need coffee. Then, more complex thoughts. I wonder what I should do this weekend. That movie was really interesting because she would wake up and her first thoughts would be in English. She would dream in English. When she saw a dog on the street, the word dog came to her mind, not perro. This was the moment Maria realized she wasn't just learning English anymore. She was becoming an English speaker. She also noticed something else. She started enjoying English. At first, studying English was work. It was discipline. It was something she forced herself to do because she had to. But now, she actually looked forward to watching her English shows. She got excited when she understood a joke in English. She felt proud when she successfully explained something complex in English. She had conversations with her online friends and forgot they were even in English. She was just enjoying the connection.
English had transformed from a subject she studied to a skill she possessed, from an obligation to a joy. This is our seventh lesson. There's a magical moment in language learning when the language stops feeling foreign and starts feeling natural. When you stop studying it and start living in it. This moment doesn't happen overnight, but if you stay consistent, it will happen. And when it does, everything changes.
Chapter 8. The Dream Comes True. Month 10 arrived. Maria had been studying English intensively for almost a year. She could now watch movies and TV shows without subtitles, read books in English and enjoy them, have deep conversations about complex topics, think in English naturally, understand different accents, British, American, Australian, and express herself clearly and confidently. She wasn't perfect. She still made mistakes sometimes. Her accent was still Spanish, but she was fluent. Really, truly fluent. Maria decided it was time to make her dream real. She updated her resume in English. She applied for jobs in London, Manchester, and Edinburgh. She applied for positions she was actually excited about. Not just any job, but jobs she really wanted. This time, she wasn't scared of the interviews. She had conversations in English almost every day. She was ready. She got 3 interview invitations. The first interview went well. The second interview went even better. The third interview was for a position at a marketing agency in London, a job she absolutely loved. 2 weeks later, she got the call. "Maria, we'd like to offer you the position." Maria couldn't believe it. She started crying happy tears. All the hours of study, all the moments of frustration, all the times she wanted to quit but didn't, it was all worth it. 3 months later, Maria moved to London. She rented a small apartment in a vibrant neighborhood. She started her new job. She made friends from all over the world. She traveled to different countries on weekends. She experienced life in ways she had never imagined. 1 year after moving to London, Maria recorded a video message to her past self. The Maria from 2 years ago who couldn't say hello to tourists. "Dear past Maria, I know you feel stuck right now. I know English feels impossible. I know you're scared that you'll never achieve your dreams, but I have something to tell you. You will. You'll not only learn English, you'll become fluent. You'll move to London, you'll build a completely new life. The journey will be hard, but I promise you, it will be worth it. So don't give up. Keep going. Your future is more beautiful than you can imagine. Love, Future Maria." This is our 8th lesson. Your dreams are not impossible. They might take longer than you want. They might require more effort than you expected. But if you commit, if you stay consistent, if you never give up, your dreams will come true. Chapter 9. Maria's Message to You. Today, Maria is 30 years old. She lives in London, works at a job she loves, and travels regularly. She has friends from 20 different countries. She speaks English fluently every single day. People often ask her, "Maria, how did you do it? What's your secret?" And she always gives the same answer. There's no secret. There's only a method and a commitment. She shares the 5 principles that transformed her from silent to fluent. Principle 1. Immersion. Surround yourself with English every day. Don't wait until you're ready. Start from day 1. Change your phone to English. Watch English content. Listen to English podcasts. Read English texts. Live in English as much as possible. Principle 2. Speaking practice. You cannot become a good speaker by only listening and reading. You must speak. Talk to yourself. Record yourself. Find conversation partners. Join online groups. Speak every single day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Principle 3. Consistency over intensity. It's better to study 30 minutes every day than 5 hours once a week. Language learning is like exercise. Regular practice is what creates results. Make English a daily habit, not an occasional event. Principle 4. Accept imperfection. You will make mistakes, many mistakes. This is not failure, this is learning. Native speakers don't care if you make grammar mistakes. They care if they can understand you. Focus on communication, not perfection. Principle 5. Patience and persistence. Fluency doesn't happen in 30 days or even 90 days. It takes time. There will be plateaus where you feel like you're not improving. Keep going anyway. The breakthrough is coming. Trust the process. Maria also emphasizes something important. Your English journey will be different from mine. You might learn faster or slower. You might have different challenges. That's okay. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Just focus on being better today than you were yesterday. This is our 9th lesson. Everyone's language journey is unique. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself only to your past self. As long as you're better this month than last month, you're succeeding. Chapter 10. The Ripple Effect. Maria's story doesn't end with her fluency. It continues with something even more beautiful. When Maria's friends and family saw her transformation, they felt inspired. Her younger sister started learning English. Her cousin applied for an international job. Her best friend enrolled in an English course. Maria started a small YouTube channel where she shares her English learning tips in Spanish. She helps other Spanish speakers who feel the same frustration she once felt. She shows them that fluency is possible. She receives messages every week from people who say, "Your story gave me hope. Because of you, I didn't give up. I just had my first full conversation in English." Maria realized something profound. When you achieve something difficult, you don't just change your own life. You inspire others to believe they can change theirs too. Success creates ripples. Your success in learning English can inspire your friends, your family, your children, your community. And maybe, right now, Maria's story is creating a ripple in your life. Maybe her journey is showing you what's possible. Maybe her success is planting a seed of belief in your heart. If she can do it, maybe I can too. And you're absolutely right. You can. This is our 10th lesson. Your success matters not just for you, but for everyone around you. When you achieve your English goals, you become a living example that dreams are possible. You inspire others. You create positive change in the world. So, work on your English not just for yourself, but for everyone you can inspire along the way.
Practical strategies. Start your fluency journey today. Now that you've heard Maria's complete story, I want to give you 2 practical strategies you can start using immediately, today, right now, to begin your own journey to English fluency. Strategy number 1, the 30-day Immersion Challenge. This is the exact strategy that transformed Maria's English from stuck to progressing rapidly. It's simple but powerful. The rules. For the next 30 days, you will surround yourself with English for a minimum of 3 hours per day. 3 hours, you might think? I don't have that much time. But here's the secret. Most of this time is passive immersion that happens while you're doing other things. How to get 3 hours daily. Morning,
30 minutes. Active. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Listen to an English podcast or audiobook while getting ready. Speak out loud to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. Talk about your plans for the day. Start with simple sentences. I am brushing my teeth. Today will be a good day. I need to remember to call my friend. Commute time or transport time, 30 to 60 minutes, passive. Listen to English content, podcasts, audiobooks, music with clear lyrics. If you drive, listen and repeat phrases out loud. If you take public transport, read English articles or watch short English videos with headphones. Break times, 20 minutes total. Active. During your breaks at work or school, watch one 5-minute English video. Read one short English article about something you find interesting. Send one message in English to a language partner or online forum. Evening, 45 minutes. Active. Watch one episode of an English TV show with English subtitles, not your native language. Read 10 pages of an English book. Start with easy books, gradually increase difficulty. Write 5 sentences in English about your day. Before bed, 15 minutes. Active. Record yourself speaking English for 2 to 3 minutes. Talk about your day, your thoughts, anything. Review 10 new vocabulary words using a spaced repetition app. Read something in English, even just social media posts from English speakers. Throughout the day, the remainder. Passive. Change your phone and computer language to English. Follow English speakers on social media. Think in English whenever possible. Label objects in your home with English words. Important notes. Don't try to understand every single word. Focus on overall meaning. Choose content you actually enjoy. If you don't like the news, don't read news. Start with easier content and gradually increase difficulty. If something feels too hard, it probably is. Choose something at your level. Track your progress. Create a simple checklist and mark each activity you complete daily. After 30 days, you'll be amazed at how much more comfortable you feel with English.
Strategy number 2, the Speaking Confidence Builder. This is the strategy that transformed Maria from someone who couldn't speak to someone who speaks confidently and fluently. The problem: most people can read and understand English reasonably well, but they freeze when they need to speak. Why? Because speaking requires 1. Thinking of what to say, 2. Finding the right words, 3. Forming correct sentences, 4. Pronouncing clearly, 5. Doing all of this in real time. The solution: you need to practice speaking in a low-pressure environment where mistakes are okay and you can take your time. Week 1 to 2, Solo Speaking Practice. Daily self-talk, 10 minutes. Talk to yourself in English while doing daily activities. Describe what you're doing, thinking, feeling. Example: I'm making coffee now. The water is boiling. I love the smell of fresh coffee. Today, I need to finish my work project. Daily recording, 5 minutes. Record yourself speaking about a simple topic. Topics can be my favorite food, what I did today, a place I want to visit, my family, my hobby. Don't script it, just speak naturally. Don't delete recordings. Save them to see your progress later. Shadow speaking, 10 minutes. Find a video or audio of someone speaking English clearly. Play a sentence, pause, and repeat exactly what they said, copying their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. This trains your mouth and brain to produce English sounds naturally. Week 3 to 4, Interactive Speaking Practice. Language exchange apps, 15 minutes, 3 times per week. Use apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, or Speaky. Start with text chatting if speaking feels too scary, then progress to voice messages, then actual calls. Online conversation practice, 30 minutes, 2 times per week. Find a conversation partner on italki, Preply, or similar platforms. Don't take formal lessons, just have conversations about topics you enjoy. Preparation method: before your conversation, spend 5 minutes thinking about topics you might discuss. Write down 5 to 10 key words or phrases you want to use, but don't script full sentences, just key ideas. Ongoing, the fear-busting technique. When you feel nervous about speaking, 1. Take a deep breath. 2. Remember, the goal is communication, not perfection. 3. Tell yourself, mistakes are how I learn. Every word I speak makes me better. 4. Focus on your message, not on being perfect. 5. If you don't know a word, describe it in other words. This is actually great practice. Progress markers. Week 1. You can describe simple daily activities without stopping. Week 2. You can record 2 to 3 minutes of speech about a topic without too many long pauses. Week 3. You can have a 10-minute text conversation in English without translating every word. Week 4. You can have a basic voice conversation without panicking. The golden rule of speaking practice. Speak first, perfect later. Don't wait until your English is perfect to start speaking. Start speaking now, and your English will become perfect through practice. Combining both strategies. The beautiful thing is that these two strategies work together perfectly. Strategy 1, immersion, fills your brain with English input. Strategy 2, speaking practice, transforms that input into output. Together, they create a complete learning system that develops all skills: listening, reading, speaking, and even writing. Maria's personal advice. When I started, I gave myself permission to be bad at English. I told myself, for the next 6 months, I'm going to make 1,000 mistakes. And that's okay, because each mistake teaches me something. This mindset freed me from fear and allowed me to practice without anxiety. Give yourself the same permission. Be bad first. Good comes later. Conclusion. Your story begins today. We've reached the end of Maria's story, but this is not an ending. It's a beginning. It's the beginning of your story. Maria was not special. She didn't have a gift for languages. She didn't have special resources. She didn't have a lot of money for expensive courses. She was just an ordinary person with a dream and a decision. The only thing that made Maria different was this: she decided to commit. She showed up every single day. She didn't quit when things got hard. She believed that fluency was possible for her even when her current reality showed otherwise. And now I want to ask you, what will your story be? Will you be the person who says, "That's inspiring, but it's too hard for me"? Or will you be the person who says, "If Maria did it, I can do it too"? Will you let fear of mistakes keep you silent? Or will you embrace mistakes as stepping stones to fluency? Will you study for a week and quit? Or will you commit to consistent practice even when progress feels slow? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. I want you to imagine something with me. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. It's 1 year from today. You're speaking English confidently. You're having real conversations. You're understanding movies without subtitles. You're reading books in English. You're living a life where English is not a barrier anymore, but a bridge. A bridge to new opportunities, new friendships, new experiences, new possibilities. How does that feel? Can you feel that confidence? Can you feel that freedom? That future is possible for you. Not might be possible, not could be possible, is possible. But it starts with a decision. Right now, today. So I want you to do something for me. I want you to make the same promise Maria made. Say it out loud. I am going to become fluent in English. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how hard it is. I will practice every day. I will not give up. This is not a wish. This is a promise to myself. Say it, feel it, believe it, and then start. Start today. Start right now. Do just one thing from the strategies I shared. Listen to one English podcast. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes. Change your phone to English. Do something, anything, that moves you one step closer to fluency. Because here's the truth. The best time to start learning English was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now, today, this moment. Your story is waiting to be written. What will Chapter 1 say? Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Thank you for investing your time in this story and in your own growth. If Maria's journey inspired you, if these strategies helped you, please subscribe to English Daily Progress and hit that notification bell. We create videos like this every week to help you improve your English while learning powerful life lessons. In our next video, we'll share another incredible story of transformation and success, because learning English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about opening doors, expanding possibilities, and creating the life you truly want. Leave a comment below and tell me what's the first step you'll take today toward English fluency. I read every comment, and I'd love to cheer you on in your journey. Remember, you are capable of more than you know. Your English dreams are closer than you think, and your future fluent self is cheering for you right now, waiting for you to take that first step. Keep learning, keep believing, keep speaking. See you in the next video. And remember, from silent to fluent is not just possible, it's your destiny. You've got this, my friend. I believe in you.